Alright everyone, MikeMoneyGMR here, and I just wanted to come back to just give you a little update. I did survive. There was, in fact, antibiotics inside the supply crate, just like I assumed. There was also a schematic for a gun, but don't worry about it, that's not going to be something we can make anytime soon. We are very far away from ever finding the supplies to do that. And lo and behold, just like I suspected, it was too quiet on the way over to it. And that's never a good thing. In fact, when I finally made it over to the supply crate, I quickly grabbed what was inside of it, right? And as I was moving around it, just kind of minding my own business, out of nowhere, a horde of dog zombies just immediately set upon me and just started ravaging me. Luckily, I managed to get away before they stunned me because the effects of the, antibiotics also kind of help with that. Like, they can actually help keep you from getting stunned as badly. Because chances are, those dogs actually would have destroyed, my legs. And that would have caused me to not be able to get away. And I used the same kind of maneuvering as I've used before, where you kind of move in a serpentine pattern, left and right, and kind of just in between anything that you can fit through, And it actually worked out. Like, it, kept them from being able to get me because they kept getting stuck on stuff. Because, their AI is head directly towards the person. Don't try to, do anything too out of the ordinary. Please give me something. Not good enough. Alright, so, hey, that's one of the starter houses that you can spawn next to, I believe. We might want to actually go and search that. One thing that's great about them is that they do tend to have a little bit more stuff in them. I don't remember if I mentioned this or not, but there is a higher chance of them being, like, once you have like the higher leveled scavenging and all that, they can actually have good stuff in them. Just remember, as always, to look around you when you walk in, that there's not a zombie sitting in the corner. I think we're pretty safe. In fact, it's a house we've searched before, and it hasn't respawned yet, so that's a shame. Alright, so we could potentially, try and explore some new areas, like further on to this way, I guess. We'll be okay. There's not much danger at night anymore for us. Well, besides the fact that we have no arrows, which means if we're caught off guard at night, that could be really bad. Oh, that's a good place to dig right there. Might want to keep that in mind. If you see places like that and you have a shovel, which I don't, you'll want to dig there. Did I make a shovel? No, I never actually did. Well, anyway, we want to do that. It's a good thing we're cured of the infection, though, because that'll keep us from having problems. Oh. That's a military tent. That could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on the surroundings of it. So military places tend to have landmines. So you want to walk very carefully around them, obviously. Thankfully, they can be taken out with arrows and, among other things, guns. But other than that, you can't do anything with them. So make sure you're just, you know, keeping track of stuff like that. But it looks safe enough. Can't break that open. And we got our first hunting knife. And our night vision goggles. Night vision goggles are kind of neat because they do this. Not very helpful and very situational, really. But I mean, you can always, you know, give them a shot. Oh, you little bastard. I had to scratch my forehead, so I just was like, I'm gonna jump up here and away from him for a second to kind of coax him that direction. I wonder if I can get some stones using my wrench. I know it's a waste of its potential. No, you can't. Okay. That's unfortunate. Oh, well, I actually had enough all of a sudden. Where the fuck is it? There it is. Hey, I forgot I upgraded it, so now it's at 150. Sweet. But we want to make sure we collect some of these stones. So yeah, I'm only going to go for about 15-20 minutes unless I lose track of time. So if you want a longer video, just pray or cross your fingers that I forget the time. So oh yeah, I guess I can take this moment to talk about this. So those of you who are wondering, obviously, what my plan is, you know, with this and all that. Basically, my plan is just to kind of show off a little bit of stuff every now and then. And, like, maybe I'll do, like, my next 7th day, you know, trial, which is going to be the day, 14th day, of course. And so I'll just kind of give you guys, like, a look into that. Be like, hey, this is how that's going, right? That's what I can do. Looks like that zombie despawned or something. 'Cause he was right here, wasn't he? Yeah, I guess so. Reinforced club, alright. Well, it's better than my wooden one, so I don't know. Well, it's almost broken. I guess we'll just put it here and use it till it breaks then, and then we'll scrap it. I highly recommend, until you can make repair kits whenever the hell you want, I highly recommend that you just take and destroy any and all like iron-based stuff that you get, because you're not going to really find much use of it. You know? So it's in your best interest just to go ahead and scrap it and use the iron to, like, better your defenses. Ooh. You know, or whatever. Well, another schematic. I need that, so let's see. We'll get rid of the old cache. It's not worth as much. Alright. Not that I even have an earthly idea where the trader is again, but I mean, it's a nice thought. Now, speaking of, how you can tell if there's like a mine on the ground, which thankfully this one didn't have any, you will see what looks like a car radiator or like car filter on the ground, and it'll just be sitting there looking mischievous as fuck, right? That is literally what you're looking for. Alright, how many rocks do I have? Can I make a whole lot more arrows again? I can. There we go. That's something we need to look into, though, so... Not to mention just collecting a whole lot of other stuff. I guess I can tell a quick story real quick. You know, after you've seen, like in games and stuff where like kids, they'll do stuff like this. When me and my brother played this game where they made, you know, they sharpened rocks to make them into, hell, I don't even remember what it was at this time, but like they sharpened rocks to make them into arrows, right? We actually tried that. Because we were like, oh, that's how you make an arrow, basically. You just make an arrowhead and then tie it to a stick or whatever, or glue it to a stick, whichever, and then, you know, attach a feather to it or whatever, right? We never actually got around to making arrows because, of course, that's stupid. We didn't have a bow. What use would it have been? But it was kind of cool to make little arrowheads using small stones and just like smacking them together. You know, it actually was a cool little thing. Yeah, I'm having a big tall glass of fuck that. You know, I love how it says the stone axe isn't a very good weapon, when it actually hits faster than most weapons that you have. But actually, I will show you something when we get back to the, you know, house that can actually teach you why it's not a good weapon. Okay, I'm finally back. There was something I'm going to leave in just because it's hilarious. I actually got attacked by a boar at one point while I was running back to the house, but I thought I would also come over here and show you where my watering area is, because we need more water, unfortunately. On top of that, just really need more feathers too, and wood and other shit, to be completely honest. Oh boy, I need to also put my scavenging skill up again. I always forget about that. In fact, I need to put my skill points to use anyway, because if you guys remember right, we actually did get a whole bunch of skill points. Oh yeah, so this is the new one. Meat. Meat on fire, good. Nutritious filling and will boost your wellness. Unfortunately, it also makes you extremely thirsty, so we want to make sure we have that water after we're done eating. Alright, now let's look at our skills. So, we have 19 points still available to us. Now, one thing I would recommend we put some points into is this, and of course this. And then we want to put some points into the fixer. And how about quicker crafting? So that's all the stuff that we want right now. We may want to get gunsmithing eventually again, like I said. We also want to do this. And does this actually require a... No, it doesn't. Okay. Yeah, we want to learn shotgun shell and 9mm round crafting. Those are two of your most popular guns that you find in the beginning. So it's a good idea to get that. So while we're in here, let's take a look at some of our items that we have as weapons now. So we have the hunting knife. It has a damage output of 10. Okay? The stone axe that I have has a damage output of 5, so it's half of that. So it's definitely not the best weapon, but as they get stronger, they do actually tend to do a little bit more damage, and as you get to use them more with construction tools in general, they do get stronger. But as you notice, it's always going to be stronger for like harvesting stuff. It's never going to be it's not going to be better for anything else. Then you got the iron reinforced club, 8.73. So it's not good either. Bone shiv, 5. Horrible. Well, I missed. Now, you may see the problem right now, right? Zombies are just coming to my area, right? That, the longer you're in a place, the more zombies seem to spawn there. Seems to still be a thing that I've noticed. And unfortunately, these zombies will actually try to destroy my base if I let them. Can't make more arrows because I'm out of stones. Actually, I want to try taking this guy out with this. Oh, I can't run anymore. So I'm gonna have to just hobble away right now. Alright. Measly old paper. Good. So let's just hit this guy a couple times with this just to see. Oh, I missed. See, they don't even like really get stunned by it. That's why it's another bad thing as well. Oh, I missed. Like I said, you can still move out of the way faster than they can hit you, so. Might as well. Just remember to always come back and take a look at your, place. Wow. Anyway, that's the end of this episode and the end of my session for this game for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this. One thing I'll tell you what's really cool about like exiting the game right now. Normally it would actually be bad for you because like it would actually, if there's zombies nearby, I think the game can actually tell when you do that and it can actually screw you over. But I think it'll be okay in this case. Sometimes if you don't come back in right away, they'll disappear. So I'm hoping for the best on that. Keep my fingers crossed. And I hope you guys look forward to like more of this. Like I said, it's just going to be like a occasional thing. It's not going to be like something I do all the time because I know it's boring. And I know this is a game that it's more fun if you play yourself. But for the most part, I just kind of want to share my experience with you. Like I said, my experience is different now that I've played, by myself a few times and also with Try and Morning. Both times, it's just a lot easier to just figure things out yourself real quick. Even with or if you have friends that want to play this with you, play with your friends too. It makes it a lot easier. Just set up a server yourself and, just play. Just know that compared to the single player and server mode, it is a lot different and that it can be difficult for you to stay alive if you have low internet speeds. So just keep that in mind. Till then, everyone. Bye.